Alright, in this video I'm going to cover setting up a load balancer for my CAS traffic. So as you recall in my previous videos, I have two servers, two Exchange servers with CAS role. One is a dedicated CAS and the other one is a multi-role, meaning it has CAS and mailbox. So I'm going to set up a load balancer to balance the traffic in between. So I'm going to jump onto my public server here. Let's see. Alright, currently I have everything pointing to a dedicated CAS server. So in this video I'm going to set up the load balancer to balance the traffic between both servers, and I'm going to show you the difference so you know when I'm on what, and then I'm going to configure both of them the same. Alright, to start off with, let's go ahead and jump onto the actual dedicated CAS server. I'm going to use Windows Network Load Balancer. I'm going to set up a new cluster. And so basically this new cluster wants my yep. Okay, this is the first one. The cluster IP. For the one. Okay, make it a multicast. I'm gonna edit this one because I only want it to do that IP address, and for now I only want to put 443. Both network. I'm gonna make it a timeout of 1 minute. So that's configuring my network to accommodate my changes. So it's done, and this is up. Okay, so next I'm going to click on the cluster here. I'm going to say add a host to the cluster, and the next host I'm going to add is my Multirole server. Will be the second one there. Alright, let's get next. To have the same port setting, it's fine. Just go finish. And we'll wait for it to configure. and it's done configuring with no errors. So now I have I have a cluster with 2 hosts, and they're walking the traffic for this IP address on port 443. So what I can do here is jump on, and I can stay on this server. I can go up and pull up this, and I could ping that address, make sure it's up and running. And I'm getting a response, which is good news. So the next thing I need to do it's not really necessary at this time, but I always like to do it so that when I set up my mailbox array, this could always be there. I'm going to jump onto my DNS server. And I'm going to confirm. If not, I will add it, make it a static. Alright, that is not up there, so I'm going to go ahead and a host. Okay, that has been added. So now what I'm going to go ahead and do is actually configure my my external firewall. Unfortunately, you can't see that. So I'll go ahead and pause the recording and configure my external firewall to point all HTTPS traffic to my load balancer address. Okay, so I've configured the firewall, and it's now pointing traffic to this IP address here. So let me jump on my external server. Paste that. Alright, so you notice it does bring me here to the same login page. But now I'm going to play a little trick, because this might still be pointing to the CAS. So I'm going to go ahead and jump back into my load balancer. Then I'm going to pause the traffic here, or suspend it. So what's going to happen, all the traffic is now going to go to the Multirole server. So I'm going to go ahead and bring up the external server again. I'm going to go to that IP. You notice the difference? So I did not configure the certificate on the Multirole server. So it does give me a certificate error. And if I go here, say view, step pointing to the Multirole server. So basically I've successfully done the load balancer, right? Because it's load balancing traffic between 2 servers. One of them is configured with certificate, the other one is not. So to confirm that, I stopped the traffic on the one that's been configured right. I get this error. So let's jump back here. Into the Multirole server. And let's bring up IIS. I deliberately left that out in my previous video so that we can actually do this test to confirm the load balancer is working. Let's go here. binding. I'm gonna give it the, oh, I don't even have the Komodo in here. Okay. So then I means I have to go up here, certificates. I'm gonna import it. I have all my certificates shared on the D or the Z. Okay, and I go to certificate. I'll do this one. I need the one with the private key, the PFX. Alright, so that certificate has been imported. I can jump back to my website. Oops, which one did I do this one? No. Alright, this one is set HTTPS, so the local host. So basically confirming that I have both of my HTTPS server services on the web server mapped to that certificate. And I close. And one more thing I need to do is actually go into the Exchange configuration and make sure that certificate is actually mapped to my my SMTP service and all that. So what comes up? I go local host. ECP. Alright, I go ahead and continue. Alright, just an FYI, even though the certificate is configured to my domain, you still get the certificate error when you do the local host, because the certificate doesn't have a local host on it. It wasn't issued for local host, so you will get this error. But since you're local, you shouldn't worry about it. So let's log into the admin center. Okay, on the admin center, we're going to jump to server. Jump to certificate. On the CAS server, as you can see, the Komodo is set up for all these 4 services. So now I'm going to jump onto the Multirole. So now it has IIS, so I'm gonna go ahead and edit that. Do services. And add the rest. It's asking me if I want to switch over to the other side. Yes. Basically, I'm making this my default SMTP certificate. Perfect. I have all 4 there. And once I have that, I could jump onto my external server here. I'm going to close this with the error. Up another one in private mode. Voila, it's good. See, I know I'm pointing right now. I still have my CAS stopped here. It's been suspended, so I know all the traffic is going to my Multirole, and as you can see, it's not being configured correctly. So I'm not getting any certificate errors, and I should be able to log in with no problems. Sure. I'm in. So currently everything is done as far as load balancing is concerned. Alright, thank you guys for watching. You guys have a great day.